Hi, it's me, Mike. You know that it is because you chose to watch the video. And I always think, like, stop saying that. People know that it's you because they chose to watch it. So I've got a crazy wild hair here. So I was talking to a friend today who owns a restaurant. And she was talking about workers and, like, what she could get, like what people were doing and this one and that one, and somebody needed something and someone didn't come to work, and how entitled these people are or whatever. And so I asked her, I was like, is believing that helpful to you? Is the belief that everybody else is doing something wrong or has some lazy intention or feels entitled or is a millennial and doesn't have realistic expectations, does that help you? Does that belief give you something? And she said, well, first she was like, what are you talking about? And then she said, not really, it doesn't do anything. And I said, does it solve the problem? Does it give you perspective? Does it help you understand what's going on? And she said, no. And I said, so what would happen if you let go of that? What would happen if you said, whatever it is that I'm thinking about or that I believe about other people, what if you let go of it? What if you said, I'm not going to hold that belief. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to think something different. I don't know if she bought it or if she will buy it. We'll see what happens. But I know for sure that thinking that something is wrong with everybody else, something is horrible about your condition, something is bad that is happening, doesn't serve you. It doesn't help you. And so I started thinking about this idea of letting go and finding more things. Letting go of whatever you expected to happen and seeing what might happen. Thanks for the thumbs up, person. Whoever that was, I can't tell. Maybe it was Stephanie. So letting go of what's not working, letting go of what you expected to happen, letting go of what you wanted to happen, and then realizing what is actually happening and how is that useful? What can you do with what actually happened? And this isn't about being hippy dippy yoga namaste style or anything, which is fine if that's what you're into. I'm not. I tend to be a little more practical than that. But I think it's about saying, what would happen if I just stopped attaching myself to what I had wanted in a situation, to what I thought someone else was thinking without them saying it, to what I expected other people to do, and I just dealt with what actually was happening. I think sometimes when we let go of whatever it is that wasn't working or whatever it is that didn't happen the way we wanted, we can find a lot of things. We can find opportunities. We can find ways of being that we hadn't tried. For example, if you're working on a project at work and you're having some kind of brainstorming session, if you walk in with an idea of what you want this to end up as, if you walk in with a clear idea of what's going to happen in this meeting or this brainstorming session, you're not letting go. You're closing off to ideas that might come or solutions you might find, things that you didn't know. And if you don't want any of that, then don't have the meeting in the first place because you already know what you want to do. Just do it. But if you really do want to explore, if you want to explore and heighten and find more, you've got to let go of your assumptions, of your ideas, of what you thought was going to happen. The same thing happens when we deal with coaching team members that work for us or our kids, even if you're a parent watching. We have to be able to say, whatever I thought was going to happen in this conversation, I've got to let go of that. I've got to find out what's happening, and I've got to figure out what we need to do together to move forward. I was coaching a manager recently on a conversation they were having with one of their employees. And I said, what would happen if you let go of what you expected them to say? What would happen if you didn't plan in advance everything you were going to say, everything they were going to say, and then how it was going to go? What would happen if you just started a conversation and then let go to find out more, to figure out what happens next, and then to figure your way through it with other people? I think that when we can let go of what we expected, of what's not working, and then be open to finding out what's next, I think really cool things happen. So, I don't know. That's my soapbox, and that's what I wanted to share. Hi, Chloe.